My grandmother always had a bucket of some of the most interesting sage advice. She would say things like, you can't pick a person's shade tree, which I didn't get it until I got older. But she also said, she can't build a house on sand. And that would make more sense because it's like, well, yeah, because it's loose. Even if you try to compact it, it doesn't stay. It's not like concrete, right? And I thought that makes sense. So today's conversation, this fourth tip, I think we're on number 4, is about trust. Let's talk about trust and how trust can build a stronger relationship. When I was working with my team in my corporate career coaching days, say like that, I would often ask them, tell me one person you don't trust who is in your safe circle. And they would look at me, they're like, wait, what did you say? I said, no, just the question is, what one person do you have in your circle who you don't trust? And you'll say, like who's that person? And they're like, well, I wouldn't have them in my safe circle. Obviously, I would ask them why, and the response would be, because I don't trust them. Perfect. So let's talk about trust in regards to building a stronger relationship. Without trust between you and your partner, and I'm going to say partners because I'm thinking, again, remember, when we say relationship, we're not just speaking about romantic love. This is relationships across the board. Your friends, your family members, colleagues, all of it. You have to have trust in that relationship. Otherwise, it is bound for failure. When I would go on vacation, another example, when I would go on vacation, I took my vacation. I had no issues putting on my out of office and going away for the 7 days, 8 days, or whatever it was. Could be a weekend trip. I was not concerned about anything happening in the office. Now, there's 2 reasons why. 1, because I'm on vacation. But 2, it ain't my business. So I wasn't worried. But take all of that out. I also knew that the people on my team, I trusted them to do the job that needed to be done if I wasn't there. Because we're not going to be here always, be it your life, be it the current job position you have. Things change and the world keeps turning without you. But I trusted them to do what needed to be done when I wasn't there. End of story. I was like, I'm on vacation. That's the whole point. But I keep finding when I talk to people about the relationship, and keep in mind, I am an ear. So people come to me. It's not like I go out saying, tell me about your so-and-so. That's not where I thrive or vibe. But when people share with me what's going on, I immediately go to a place of, sounds like we have some trust issues in this relationship. And that can even be with the relationship with yourself. That you don't trust yourself in certain situations. Now, I'm not going there today. That is a bigger ball of confusion that I don't want to touch today. Maybe sometime in the future. Maybe sometime in the future. But let's just talk about some of the things that we look for in regards to trust. And again, counterparts, colleagues, relationships in terms of romantic love relationships, family members. People often talk about being ride or die. They want to know that when stuff gets really hard, I can trust you to be there for me. If we're looking at our working relationships, I need to know. I need to be secure in my belief. Not that I think, I know this. That when I go on vacation, I know my teammate will take care of whatever it needs to take care of. I'm not concerned. I need to know in my romantic relationship that when the boat's getting kind of rocky and we're hitting a season where it's storming outside, I need to know that my partner is going to be by my side. Now, there are some people, and we've all had it, some family members that they have shown you that when times get hard, they are not going to be the person that you call, if you call them at all. For me, once you show me that you cannot be trusted, we got problems. Take it back. You have a problem. Because I don't deal with people like that. You know what I mean? There isn't a place where it's, you lose the trust and you get it back. I don't know. I'm really quickly going through my Rolodex of experiences where there was a person that I didn't trust who betrayed it, and I was like, yeah, sure, let's make up. And I've had a friend for over, 40 years? And we have grown in our relationship. But there has never been a moment where I said I didn't trust her. You know, we've had our arguments, we've said some stuff like that. Like that's typical in a relationship. It's never all sunshine and rainbows and roses, confetti. But there was never a moment when I said I didn't trust her. There was never that moment. So yeah, ask yourself, who do you know where they have betrayed the trust and you were able to bounce back like nothing ever happened? That's a hard one. It's a hard one for a lot of us. You see it in every area of life. Think about the animals that have been thrown out of their home. And when you see them at a pet center where they are being adopted, how they have to just be able to trust any human again. Sometimes we have the exact same thing. So I know it can happen. I know there can be a situation where you're like, okay, my foundation's kind of rocky and I'm just not so sure, and you have to rebuild that trust. It can be with yourself. Let's just start here. There are situations, and I'll use my financial situation, where I put myself in a really funny financial situation. And it got to a point where I wasn't sure if I trusted myself enough to make the big purchase, to be able to do XYZ again. Now I know that can seem like, well, that's not exactly the same. It is the same. Because we carry that baggage with us. We don't forget these experiences. They leave a mark on us. Trust is huge in all the areas. Every single area, trust is huge. When it comes to a relationship being strong, I believe it is the foundation. It is extremely difficult to get back to where you were when you have lost trust in someone, or someone has lost trust in you. There is always this little something, this little cloud, little gray cloud that's hanging over the relationship. And it never quite gets back to where it was because that rug has been pulled out from under this relationship. And there is always something in the back of someone's head saying, oh, I'm just not so sure. Yeah, that's a lack of trust. Which is why I go back to, I'm really thinking about who I have. And not even, definitely not in my safe circles, so we don't have to worry about that. But just in who I talk to on a consistent basis, like who I vibe out with. When I have lost it, I shut it down. Gwendolyn will close the door, get some nails, nail that bitch shut. We don't ever have to open that door ever again. I'm okay with it. It's fine. It's fine. Now, we all handle things differently. I get it. I know. I'm just sharing with you where I come from. But trust it's the foundation of your relationship. And if it does not exist either with yourself or with others, it's extremely difficult to move forward in any situation. In any. So trust is number 4 on our list in regards to how to have a stronger relationship. Now, someone may say, well, you talked about it, but you didn't go into how to build it. Let me tell you how you build it really quick. We're going to keep this simple. Be honest, have integrity, have character. Be honest, be authentic. Keep your word. When I tell people word is bond, that's real. If I tell you I'm going to do something, trust I'm going to do it. Follow through. But those are the things that just simply say you are who you say you are. Be honest with yourself and with others. These are some very simple things. Nothing that you probably haven't heard before, and nothing that is honestly groundbreaking. But in today's world, having integrity and character and being honest, man, yes, it's coming across as something special when it should not be. So, you want to know how to build trust? Do that. But I want to talk about the next one in regards to relationships. All of them, remember, all of them, is being your own person, being independent. And the video is going to be, I don't know, it's somewhere on the screen.